Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How we doing today? Let's see if this is loaded yet. Give me just a sec. Okay, there you go. Hello, good morning. Whew. It has been it's an early one. It's an early one for me. Hope it's a better hour to watch for you than it is for me at this time. Good morning. Hope you're well. It's actually morning, probably for most watching. Early afternoon. I know. It's so much easier to do this from my office. It's so much easier to do this from my office than it is from here, than it is from home. So it's just it's only a quick drive. It's only a quick drive to my office. It's 10 minutes at this time when there's no traffic, and a lot easier, I think, because 5:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning. I don't think my family appreciates the yelling and things that I do when the game starts. I can't open the windows, but here, hold on. Let's see. Open the blinds. Nighttime. The middle of the night. So, yeah. That's it. It is, in fact, the middle of the night-ish for here. 5:07 a.m. for me. 5:07 a.m. for me. So, I hope United doesn't let me down. It's getting warmer in here already. I don't think the AC is on in my office at this time. Yeah. I mean, I've woken up for every game for the last 5 or 6 years now, including the preseason games on the Asian tour at 3 in the morning. I mean, yeah, it's a commitment, isn't it? It is a commitment joining and supporting. Yep, it is a commitment supporting United. So how are we all doing? How are we all doing today? Are we what do we think? What do we think of the lineup? Let me pull it up here. 1 second. What do we think of the lineup for today? Same as last time, right? Oh, in Bangladesh. Nice. Yeah. Better in EST than Mountain Time. Yeah, the guys on the West Coast have it even a little bit worse than I do. For sure. What do we think? Unchanged. Now, that was kind of expected, right? That we would do an unchanged lineup. I kind of said yesterday that I told you I didn't think that there'd be any issues for Ahmad starting. He kind of clarified too some things about his mother on Twitter and all that, but I don't want to get into all that. But unchanged lineup. Ten Hag is he likes to ride the winning hand. He does. You can recognize that pattern with him, and that's fine. I mean, fair enough. It's also that these are the fittest players. De Ligt, again, he only got 10 minutes. Garnacho has had a very brief preseason. Xerxes as well. But I think we will make, 3 changes at 55, 60 minutes to get them going. And of course, depends on where we are at, in the game state. If we're winning, if we're succeeding, then obviously it'll be, we'll see. It kind of all depends. Yeah, as soon as more players are match fit, if we struggle, I think we'll see. The thing about the last game is we scored when this late, but we played well the whole game. Not the whole game, but the whole first half after the first 10 minutes was excellent. And so it was really good, a really good team. And so you can see why you want to ride that for the future. As a reminder, I will be doing this live on Tifo here later. Let me type to him while we're here. so they know. And the link is down below. It's a really cool site, really fun, enjoyable. And I really hope you all join me there because it's awesome. And there's going to be more to come on this platform, as I've said many times. And it's free and all of that. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, this is the lineup. This is the match. I'm expecting a good game. I think we were good for the first half, and for decent chunks of the game. And I think that that's what Ten Hag will look at and want to replicate, is the success of the press, all of that. Compared to what we voted for yesterday on the stream, yeah, I mean, it's De Ligt, and there's, Xerxes, I think, is what people wanted and kind of expected that wouldn't necessarily change. But let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something else really quick. Let's talk about this. One sec. Let's talk about Scott McTominay, because we didn't get to discuss that last night. That came out, the bid came out late because it's, the Italians and their late business. That Scott McTominay, there was a bid made for him by Napoli. And this is what Fabrizio says now today. Now, they made a bid at 25 million euros that United did not accept. But what he says could be not guaranteed his last game as a Manchester United player. Napoli insists to get the deal done after Man United rejected 25 million proposal yesterday. So you might say this is just recycling, but it actually is fairly new news when you look at this, because what was unclear after the offers yesterday was whether Napoli were continuing to push for him. My understanding is that the talks have been continuing, so Fabrizio's saying that they are, and that they're still pushing for it pretty heavily, and around 30 million. That means they're coming back, is what I assume. And Fabrizio's a good source for Italian news. I'd very much listen to what Fabrizio says. So if he is saying that, then I expect they will be on their way back for him. And around 30 million could get it done. Now, I think that is the case. 25 million pounds was the price we'd been hearing recently. So yeah, if it's only 5 million apart, then it sounds like we could get our man sold here, and McTominay would take that move. And then, yes, certainly that would help us on the front of the other purchases that we're looking to make. Obviously, Jadon Sancho to Juventus could also be on the table. Could be something that could happen before the end of the window. He is again not in the squad. So, he's there, but he's not in the squad. So like I said, not like this huge fallout. It's just, this is what it is. He's not in the squad for whatever reason. And, yeah, that might be the case. Now, I did want to read out a couple of, like, an update I got, just a general sense of an update that I got last night that I think people will find pretty interesting. Because people have been asking me, what if we sell Scott McTominay? What if we sell Jadon Sancho? Can we do anything beyond Emmanuel Ugarte? And the answer is technically yes, we can. Technically, yes, we can do more if we were to sell Scott McTominay and Sancho. And so what I'm told is that, I did this video before about United's new strategy of kind of rebuilding a squad in an unlimited way, where they're going to look at it and say, we're just going to keep going step by step through the process to get the players that we want. But I don't think that means like emergency signings. It means getting the players they want. And so there's still interest in trying for Gerard Braithwaite. If they can move these players on and there's more money available, and they're still trying to shift Lindelof too, they might try again. They might throw 55 million at Everton for Gerard Braithwaite just to try to get a deal done there. They might. A point being, there's interest and there's intention to continue the overall rebuilding plan, right, of all the players that they want to sign for all the positions. And so, yes, and Braithwaite is one that may still think that is potentially saleable, is not totally off the table. So we'll see. Is that likely to happen? No, very much not likely to happen. But they're going to do as much as they can to keep trying to do things. And they haven't ruled it out yet. The other thing that I would say is that they're being a little more flexible in a deal for Sancho than before. And the talks continue, on Mctominay, and they actually both have a decent chance of leaving. But they're a little more flexible on the Sancho thing, that they could potentially structure deals getting done ins and outs to work it all out financially to all count at the right times. So they're a little more flexible than they were earlier on with the Sancho thing. So in essence, basically, the intention, the inclination, and the opportunity is still there, but the circumstances are not yet, and make it all unlikely to happen, especially given how much time is left in the window. But, you never say never. And, in terms of long-term targets, not everybody they want is going to be available right now. When they look at potentially left backs, Kirkus, Ait-Nouri, these are players I understand that they're heavily interested in. I don't think those players are obtainable anymore this summer. I don't think their clubs are going to be selling them at this point in time. So that's probably part of why they're not making moves in that arena. And in the midfield, if their long-term is like Adam Wharton, well, Palace aren't going to sell really no matter what you do right now. And they are interested in Adam Wharton. I cannot keep saying this enough. I've doubled down on this. They're interested in Adam Wharton. It is what it is for the long term. And so that's not necessarily attainable, but Gerard Braithwaite might be. It might be to finish off the school, the center back overhaul next summer. So yeah, it's intriguing. There's, we're fairly unlimited in respect, but we'll have to see how it goes with these sales, and obviously after this weekend, because by the next weekend it's all set. Everything has to be pretty much done by next weekend. So this is our last weekend before we get the answers, and we'll see, in the next tomorrow and Monday, big days for McTominay, big days for Sancho, and big days for Ugarte to finally get done. I would say that, in my opinion, they'll both go when we get Ugarte, and that'll be it. But it's hard to say guaranteed yet. It's all pending. And I don't know why on Ugarte it's still pending, but it is. It's still pending. And but for the most part, it's the sales. It's hard to know. It's hard to know who else. With Napoli, with Juventus, who they're going to, if they're going to pay up. They have other options. Juventus. That's part of the problem. They have other options, Juventus. But if United are flexible, then it makes it more plausible. If we sell Sancho and McTominay and sign Ugarte, the amazing part about that is if we were to do that, between the wage savings and the sale of Scott McTominay and all of that, we'll end up like plus 40 million in PSR this summer. For this year, with all the purchases and amortizations and all of that. So it's a good sign. It would be really good to see that. This is my lucky kit. We've won. I wore this last week and we won. I wore it on the good preseason games and we won. But we haven't won 2 games in a row in a long time. How much we made from base sale, base fee wise? Well, we need to add up all the kids, things like that have been sold, the youth players, everybody, Pelistri. I mean, at least 45 million, 50 million. No, it's more than that, because it's 25, 15. It's at least 55 million. It might be 60 million when you add it all up. So, when we did kind of the math last week, we were at plus. Yeah, 2017, 2018. That was Jose, right? That's what I remember. 4-0 FC was the last time we were that good. We were winning. Our departures right now total 66 million euros in base fees. But then there's Will Fish, so probably about 60 million pounds. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Last week was the first game. Yeah, it was the first. Yeah, we started really poorly. You're right. Yeah. What can we do to force change in the lineup? Graphics cannot be allowed to be in positional order. I don't know. And they know it too. Everybody knows it. It's not like the club are unaware, because the journalists hate it and they ask them and they say, can we get it in positional order? And they won't do it. So whatever. Ericsson moving on. He could. I do think we'd be a little bit thin without Scott and Ericsson. Adding Ugarte just depends. I'd keep Ericsson. I think he's gonna have some uses for sure this year. Okay, so let's see. We're about 10 minutes out. So again, I'm gonna head over to Tifo to watch the game. The link is down below. Please come hang out and watch. It's a lot of fun. It's a good experience. And yeah, Kone could come in towards the end of the season. Yeah, he absolutely could, actually. And yeah, you're right. He could. Good signing that. But come join. And like I said, I know I've just gone on and on about it, but I truly think that this could be something really fun and special for the long term for doing watch-alongs. When it's already looking good, but the more they add, the more they're gonna add to the platform in the full launch in a week or so. It's gonna be fantastic, and they have gifts, so come join. Anyway, good morning. Hope United have a good result, and I hope to see you all there. I hope we have a good win, and thank you for hanging out with me at this 5 a.m, helping me wake up a little bit as we get ready for the game. And I will see you all later on in live or wherever. Okay, enjoy your days, enjoy wherever you are watching United from, and then enjoy your weekend as well. See you later. Have a good one.